channel, guys. In today's video I have a story time, and I have been asked this question many of times of how I found out I got pregnant, or how I got pregnant. Well, not how I got pregnant, because everybody knows how I got pregnant. but yeah, in this video I'm going to tell you how I found out I got pregnant at 17. Well, I am now currently 18 and pregnant, but I found out that I was pregnant when I was 17. So that's going to be in here, and how I got pregnant while I was on birth control. So if you guys are interested in my story time, then keep on watching. I had been on birth control for I think 3 months now. Not now, but like at the time. And I typically would always take my pills. I'd never like miss a pill, and the only thing that I would do was like maybe take a pill like 2 hours late or something like that. And if you know how birth control works, then you know that the last line of pills is like the placebo pill, the sugar pill, whatever you want to call it. And you don't have to take that pill, because it's just like it's an inactive pill. The only good thing about it is that it has some iron in it, so you don't have to take it. But typically I would take it, but I think on the 4th or 3rd month that I was doing my birth control, so like my 4th or 3rd pack, I didn't take the last placebo pill. And again, it doesn't really matter if you do or don't. And if I'm not explaining how birth control works, then you can just look it up. But I didn't take the last week of pills because I don't really know why, but I just decided not to. And I was like, okay, I'll just like start my new pack once like those days are done. But I never started my new pack. Well, I did, but I started it like a whole week late, I think. Or I don't know how many days late like I started the new pack, but I did start it late. But I did start a new pack again, but I guess that it was too late. And yeah, so okay, so that whole like scenario of like my birth control and like not taking it for that week, that was like the month of February. So in the month of March, like in the beginning of March, no, not in the beginning of March, like the middle of March, I was supposed to get my period, and I didn't. But like I have been 6 days late before. Like if my period's late, it's typically just like 6 days late, and then I'll get my period. But I didn't get it for like 9 days before I found out. So on the 7th day that I was late, I had just like a regular checkup with my doctor, and I told her, I'm like, dude, like, well, she's a girl, but I was like, I'm 7 days late, like, what the heck, like, I'm on birth control, it shouldn't be late. And she took a pregnancy test, like, I peed in a cup, and she took one for me, and she's like, oh, it's negative, like, you're fine, like, keep taking the pills. And so I was like, okay, like, okay, whatever. And so she didn't seem that worried about it, so I was like, okay, I'm not pregnant, whatever. But then, so that was when I was 7 days late, and then when I was 9 days late, I was like, okay, something is like not okay. Like, what the heck? So I had my cousin take me to Planned Parenthood. The test that my doctor took for me wasn't the only one that I took. I took one before, like a week before maybe, I don't know, because I knew that I like didn't start my new pack. So I took one a week before I went to the doctor, and it was also negative. So I was just really confused. My period wasn't coming. But when I went to Planned Parenthood, I was like, can you do like a blood test or something, because I've taken 2 tests and they're negative, and my period is still late and all that. And they were like, okay, well, we can't do like blood tests or stuff like that. So they just took my pee again. And keep in mind, this is 9 days like late, so it's only 2 days after I went like to my doctor. So they took my pee and I just waited there, and then they called my name and she's like, yeah, it's positive. And I'm like, what? And I was really confused because like it's only like a 2-day difference of like the last test that I took. And when I found out, I was 5 weeks, so I was like, ugh, what the heck. But the symptoms I had weren't really like, they could have been period or pregnancy symptoms, like either one, because when I get my period, I cramp 2 days before I actually get my period, and that time I was cramping for like a whole week or maybe 2 weeks straight. And so like I was like, what the heck, like I'm cramping but I'm not getting my period or anything. And symptom of like being late, obviously. My boobs would hurt like also 2 days before I'd get my period, and they like were kind of sore like for a week or something. And so I just thought that that it was just like period symptoms, like I don't know, but I guess not. That is how I found I was pregnant. I found out when like around March, like the 20th or something. I don't know, I don't really remember, but like I know that it was then. And that's how I found out I was pregnant and how I got pregnant on birth control. So if you're taking birth control, you should probably never take your next pack too late, and don't miss a pill, because this happens. If this story was probably like all over the place, I'm sorry. I'm not a very good storyteller, but oh well. I hope you guys liked my story time and whatnot. Again, I'm not a great storyteller, so if this was like all over the place, and I'm sorry, but it wasn't really a long story time because that's really what happened. Nothing big like happened. Like it was pretty fast and just straightforward. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all of that, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.